Good afternoon. This is Jon Page representing Team USA. The purpose of this presentation is to provide an overview on attacks, evidence acquired, attribution, impact, business recovery, and the remediation success. We will present not only what occurred during the attack and evidence, but how operations and communications can be completed in a secure manner, and the importance of sharing between nations and industry. Our agenda today for this presentation, we will provide a recap, discuss recovery, operations and communications, information sharing, and answer questions. You might assume that automation tasks in an office suite would be harmless, but you'd be wrong. Macros can be used to run commands and programs to delete files on your hard drive as one example. In our example, the coordinator received an email with a Microsoft Excel attachment. There was what appeared to be a security feature, but it was a pop-up to enable document updates. This triggered malware to be executed, and it encrypted all of the files on the Human Resources Benefit Coordinator's computer. Separate instructions were then received to pay a ransom to decrypt the files for $5,000 in Bitcoin. Recovery. The process behind ransomware is that it operates in a standard manner. The computers were infected, files were encrypted, and the cybercriminal sent a ransom note requesting payment. The purpose of using Wireshark was to search for the keys to decrypt the files. Luckily, the keys were discovered so we could quickly recover and begin recovery. Wireshark also attempted to try and trace the packets to the criminal IP addresses, but was unsuccessful. As a follow-up to this incident, we conducted remedial training for spear phishing with emphasis on suspicious emails and files. Work performance during recovery was impacted and degraded. Fortunately, we had quick reaction and automated tools, such as Wireshark, to recover with only 3 hours. We were also able to isolate the ransomware to a few computers, which meant no other users were impacted and our network remained operational. Wireshark was effective since it found the decryption keys, allowing for a quick recovery. We also had the files backed up, which allowed us to recover the infected machines. Further on recovery. There's always areas for improvement, and this incident provided lessons learned that we will improve upon. An example is ISO 27001 and 2. This provides extensive controls that can be selected to mitigate risk. Specific examples: Control Alpha 7.2.2, and this is information security and awareness, education and training. Without proper training, there is not enough technology that can prevent ransomware. And how we can improve? We've provided initial training, but we'll incorporate this attack into our ongoing training for a realistic example. This exploitation is caused by acts of social engineering, malicious links in emails, and attachment sent by known contacts. Unfortunately, this was human error, so we will focus in on using existing tools such as digital signatures to authenticate users. Focusing on vulnerability, phishing scams are the most common type of social engineering attacks. Upon review of the email, it contains spelling and grammar errors which should have been flagged. And of course, we'll build that into our ongoing training, and that's one of the key options that our users need to focus in on. That's just an automatic trigger that we should all be looking for. And of course, basic patching and operating security removes vulnerabilities that are easy to exploit. Operations and communications. Reducing the risk of non-integrated operations and disparate communications is a high priority for ensuring a first-class cyber environment. Fortunately, our operations recognized this several years ago and has been slowly developing a fusion cell for cyber defense and incident response. This has also allowed us to synchronize training and awareness efforts, collapse virus and malware tools, and create a cyber tool chest for testing and investigation. And our staff, the holistic approach also allows us to develop our junior cybersecurity analysts and engineers by having them work alongside our mid-level and senior cyber specialists. We've also realized that incident response plans and business continuity need to be updated and validated through simulated attacks or tabletop exercises. And a combination of all these helps ensure our success. Information sharing. It's important to gain visibility into emerging cyber threats. This allows for a broader platform when sharing intelligence with others. As revealed in this attack, leveraging collective experience and expertise afforded us to quickly contain the threat, minimize impact, and quickly recover. And this concludes our presentation. Thank you.